Hey everybody. Man, we're finally here. We finally made it to 100,000 subscribers. And to be honest, up until last year, I didn't think that we were even going to get to this. So, I don't want to make a super long video. I do want to say thank you to everyone in the past, 6 years that have contributed and commented and liked and made suggestions for songs that we should play, and have, when I had Patreon, did Patreon, doing super thanks. It all is fantastic and wonderful, and I never thought that I would ever get to 100,000 subscribers, really, to be honest. I did say that I would do an eye reveal, and I'm happy to do that. So I'll take my glasses off and tell my kind of origin story, I guess, if you want to hear it. And then, if you don't want to hear it, you can, hit fast forward and then go to the end, where I'll probably say something else that's, kind of off topic and stupid. So, hi, it's me. Can you see my eye? That's one of them. And then that's the other one. So I don't normally look at the camera when I'm doing guitar tutorials. So this is going to be a little bit awkward to have to stare right at a camera. So, and it makes me a little nervous to have my glasses off. So it feels kind of naked. Okay. So origin story. I've always played music. I've had musical instruments in my house growing up. Starting about when I was about 8. Piano definitely started everything. And then with the advent of MTV, I was hooked for life, basically, into music, not into MTV. They kind of... But when I was in 8th grade, we moved to the wonderful state of Atlanta, Georgia, where in band class, I was told that I had perfect pitch. What? And then from there, the year that Kurt Cobain died, for my birthday, I got a guitar, which was kind of cool. And then I did basically play the thing forever. And then, got other guitars and ones that I could take with me to places, and my acoustic guitar that I've had now, this one I've had for about 20 years, which is crazy. Anyway, long story short, 2016, we have 2017, we have a death in the family, and it's a big one in our family, and it happens. And I was working a job where I was, working 60 hours a week, and, it was taking its toll, and this job was about to expand, and I was like, I really can't do that. So I was really kind of depressed about it, and kind of felt like I didn't have really a way out. But from that, I kind of one day in the shower said, what am I good at? What do I do that nobody else can do? I probably may have listened to, a YouTube video or something that was like, find the thing that you do, right? So maybe I was taking an inventory then. But I do remember it was in the shower. I was like, I had a Eureka moment. It's like, I can pick out songs by ear. I've been a trainer, or a person who trains people at pretty much every job I've ever had. So I thought I could teach okay. And then the rest of it was just gutsy, ballsy moves, just let's try it. And I didn't even really know where to start. I was like, what, how do I just jump into this? So I just picked, I was listening to, some top 40, list or whatever on Spotify, and I went, boop, okay, what's that? And it was Waterfall by Sia and Pink. And I just was like, okay. And I didn't have this yet. I didn't have a TV set. So I took a whiteboard and I had a giant panda that I put the whiteboard in. You can go back and watch it. And then I wrote all the chords down and kind of did it that way. And then I started to, I did like maybe 4 or 5 other videos, and then I just kind of stopped for a minute. And then I just saw one subscriber and then another subscriber. And this is a dormant channel. It was like I had 27 subscribers for the past 8 years. And then it's 28, 29, 32, 33. And then, it was monetized because I had been in the partner program for whatever reason, for that moment, just because I guess I had, gotten enough views at the time before they changed the whole thing where it requires, the 4,000 hours of watch time or whatever, which I'll come to that in a sec. So I saw a little sliver of progress, and I went, okay, so I can do way more songs than the ones that I've been doing. And if I figure out a way to kind of like streamline my process, we can make a bunch of videos in a week. We can make at least 10. I kind of started with 5. I think I was doing 5 a week to start. But also, I didn't have anything that I was like setting up, I wasn't writing anything down to start so that I could like roll through it as I was doing stuff. I was just basically going, it's C to D to G. Don't you get it already? So, I had a lot to learn in writing guitar lessons. So then, the progress, went and I started with 5, and then I was increased to 10, and then 15, and then we were moving stuff around in this room, and we were like, well, let's we could put a TV in here because we didn't have one in here, and our children at the time were getting old enough that we could put a TV in there. I basically am in a utility room, basically, not utility, more like a sunroom. Anyway. So I was like, let's mount the TV in the corner right here, and it was a small TV, and then I started shooting out of this corner only. Before that, I was moving all around the room, checking out like places that I could go, and like, had different backgrounds that were all very colorful because it was a playroom, so there were a lot of toys and just things in the room that were very, it made the channel feel a little bit brighter to start. I would say. And then when I started doing that, I was like, let's see what we can do. So I started messing with chord charts, and I did it in it was in just a paint program, basically, that I was just like making dots and copying and pasting them and then moving them and then writing the chords down and then saving that as like a picture, and then I was able to like pull old versions up and kind of go through it. So it was a little bit more cumbersome, and you got a tiny bit more information from me when I was doing tutorials, but it was a lot harder to write a tutorial fast. It took like more like 15 minutes, where sometimes I could do a tutorial in 3 minutes now, from start to finish, from listening to the song to playing the song. Definitely depending on the type of song that it is. I feel like I'm rambling. I'm sorry if I am. But so we had the small TV, and then we did some other things and moved things around, and then this TV moved out here. And so from there, I've been trying to design like what's the best thing is to look at. We've done some experimentation with putting a guitar on screen, but the number system I feel like works the best. And if you are on this channel, then you probably have seen that and have heard it. So it's hopefully helped you learn other songs, on like maybe like Ultimate Guitar or whatever. And if it has, then I am glad for that. I hope that in the comments you'll share your your memories of how you found my channel, and I'd really like to meet as many of you as possible to say thank you. So definitely do that. But that is my origin story. From there, you know, um, I've had more exciting things happen in my life, and I've had more things that were not so great happen. But, you know, this channel has always been a rock for me, an anchor for me to come to every week. And so I get a lot out of it myself. It's kind of therapy for me. It's kind of a way for me to shut things out, to, you know, to take my mind off of other things in my, you know, in my peripherals, and kind of just focus on like music and stuff. I do want to do some more stuff on this channel, you know, and I think that it has room for other variety of things. But if you have anything that you want me to A, talk about, or B, you know, play more in depth, to maybe we could do like more breakdowns of harder kind of things, I'm totally down for that. But, you know, also I want this channel to be like fun, you know, I mean, I want there to be a little bit more variety. I definitely still want it to be music focused, but I want to do some more kind of things, maybe like bringing up our artists that we might be seeing kind of emerging, and maybe, you know, doing things like that. So I'm working on it. But just to say thank you so much for being a part of this community, being a part of my life, and, you know, to everyone who has ever, you know, felt like, you know, your guitar playing has gotten better because of something that I said or showed you, then I'm eternally grateful for that. And I just want, you know, more music out there in the world. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. And, you know, I'm never taking my glasses off again.